Any questions? Zach?
Zach, third year here already, man, it's flown by. Just how quickly has this time gone by for you at ECU?
I remember Coach Godwin sitting in my house on my house visit, and he's like, it's gonna be the best time of your life, and he's like, it's gonna fly by. And I was in high school, I was a young kid, I was like, yeah, didn't think much of it, and then my freshman season got cut, and then last year was the first full year, and now I'm on my third year, and it's crazy to think about. I had a talk with my mom before I left for school, and she said the same thing, and she started getting pretty emotional about it because I'm the baby of the family, so it's crazy to me. It's flown by, that's for sure.
Coming into this year, a lot of hype surrounding the team, but realistically, all you can control is your personal stuff. How exactly are you, setting expectations for yourself, setting goals for yourself? What are some things you're trying to do personally?
For me, this year has just been focusing on my teammates, being a good leader, being there for everybody because they've been there for me and they've been there for each other. And I think that me and Coach Godwin have had some talks about it. And when I'm worried about other people and trying to be a good leader, then that's when I'm at my best, and that's when we get the most production out of our team. So that's the one thing that I've really tried to strive to do.
You play a lot of third. Are you willing to move around the short, second, kind of whatever Coach Godwin needs you to do? Have you done any of that this preseason, this offseason?
Yeah, so all fall I was at shortstop. I love it. I feel comfortable anywhere in the infield. Coach Godwin knows that. We've had a lot of talks. We get some working at second base recently. Whatever. Say someone goes down, God willing, nobody does, but something happens to someone. I can bounce around. I can play anywhere in the infield, so feel comfortable with it.
Your ability last year to work counts, draw walks, is that something you kind of take pride in, think about, or does it just kind of happen when you're in the box?
Just kind of happens. We got our approach. We got pretty in-depth approach with the pitcher we're going to face. We know pretty much what's coming every pitch and where they're going to try to do, where they're going to try to attack me. I know that they were always going to try to attack me with fastballs away. I really do take pride in it, and something we work on a lot in cages. We have V-flex to work on tunneling, and in BP, if we take a pitch and it's like our last pitch, we get out of the cage because Coach Godwin always says taking the ball is as important as swinging at strikes. So something we take pride in.
How much does playing in those big games at the end of last year help you guys as you get into it this year?
A ton, because I know we're going to be in those situations again, and a lot of us are returning, so we're going to have that experience, and it kind of gives us an edge. I was one of the freshmen actually was over at my house last night watching the football game, and I was just talking about how fun the regional was because I was scrolling through, found myself on the baseball Twitter that we got back, and it was a regional game, and I said, dude, this is the most fun, and it kind of gives us something that, we need to play well because we want to host a super regional here, not just a regional. So,
Zach, for you this offseason, I know it's a tough time. How is this Pirate baseball family rallied around you and your family?
I'm speechless. Everybody talks about how great the fans are, how great everybody is, and how it's a family atmosphere. And that truly has been 100% accurate this offseason. They've been great to me, not even just me. They've been great to Jake, and Jake's dealt with some adversity with his arm, and but they've been really great to my mom and my sister and my other brother John, who who have been there for me. And I've had people reach out 24/7. Coach Godwin's taking great care of me. He gets annoyed with me when I say it because every time I'm in his office, I always tell him how much of a blessing he is to me and my family for what he's done. And coming to the field, having my teammates there for me, it's something that's really special, and I don't think many places offer it. I just have, like I said, I have great people taking care of me. You can't really say enough about Pirate Nation and what they've done for me and my family.
Has it been tough at all to compartmentalize baseball versus everything else going on, or just getting on the field going to help you get away from it?
Yeah, it does, and it definitely helps. And I will say one of the hardest things I've done is when we scrimmage Liberty. I was before every game, I always used to try to find my parents, and I knew my mom was always right above the third base dugout with the families where the bleachers, and I always knew my dad was in right field, except for last year because of COVID. He sat up in the bleachers, but when he got to move back out there, he was out in right field for the regional, and I always look over there after the infield meeting, and I remember looking up at my mom, and she had her sunglasses on, and I could tell she was upset just by her body language, and then I looked out to right field and didn't see him, and came in the locker room, and I lost it. I was sitting in there, and you know, I know Turner talked about it at the banquet a couple years ago, but Phil, our janitor, gave Turner a big hug, and man, he gave me one of the biggest hugs I've ever received, and he said that he's watching, just smiling, and it was one of the coolest moments of my life. And then go in the bathroom and I'm crying, and then I walk back out, and Coach Manner's sitting right there waiting for me, and he gave me a big hug. So it's definitely tough, but you know, I told Coach Godwin it's we're at the field quite a bit and we're doing a lot, so I said it makes me look forward to it a lot more because I get to spend time with my teammates and distracts me a little bit.
Do you think that type of family atmosphere makes things a little bit easier come, 50, 60 games into the season to keep pushing?
Yeah, for sure, because it builds that trust. We always talk about it. I can rely on every guy in that locker room. I know a lot of them can rely on me. And once we're tired after that 60 game and we're going into the conference tournament or going into regional, and I could trust that Ryder Giles, if he's not feeling good, he's still gonna be able to go out and give his best, even though his body doesn't feel good. So.
Zach, we talked to Carson and CJ, and they have awesome hair, but they have given the best hair title on the team to you.
Really?
How honored are you by that?
That's incredible. I'm roommates with CJ, so we always go back and forth, and his girlfriend will be over. We'll joke about it sometimes. I never heard that out of him, so I'm gonna have to hold him to it. But no, they both got really good. They both have really good hair. Carson's a little crazy. CJ's is a little more under control. And I forgot where CJ told me he got his inspiration for his hair, but he got it from somewhere. But I think I'm gonna stop doing the mullet. I'm just gonna let it grow out and give it its true potential.